uh, our group want presenting about aeronautics. Okay, I want to introduce my group members. She is Hazim, Najihan, and Zaril.
Your name?
Okay. My name is Hazim. 117. What is background technology? What is technology? Technology is the collection of techniques, skills, method, and process used in the production of goods, service, or in the accomplishment of objectives such as scientific investigation. Okay. That is definition of technology. Technology is often consequence of science and engineering, although technology as human activity proceeds the two fields. We study aeronautic because aeronautic is one of the technologies that combine science and engineering. Aeronautic is like an aeroplane, or aircraft. Okay. We chose this topic because it's such an interesting technologies on air and have many different type of shape. Like plane in Japan, they have many Japan, they have many different type of shape, such as round, and many more. Then we can know the advantage and disadvantage of aircraft. Aircraft also have benefit or disadvantage because they can affect other people in Japan. And last, we want to introduce the students about the airspace technologies in Japan. About the airspace technologies in Japan. Airspace.
You can lower the volume because it's keep coming in. Guna to remote. Remote control kat dalam tu. Ya. Fine, give it to me to that one. Okay, keep talking. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, next method that we use to do the research is the internet. From the internet, we use Google, Wikipedia, and YouTube to find the information more in depth.
Evidence. Bukti.
Okay. Study finding. What is aeronautics? Aeronautics is the study of the science of flight. Aeronautics is the method of designing an airplane or other flying machine. There are 4 basic areas that aeronautical engineers must understand in order to be able to design plane. To design a plane, engineer must understand all of these elements. So aeronautics means like Hazim said, this just aeroplane, jet, rocket, and bomber jet, helicopter. Yes. Okay. To design a plane, engineer must understand 4 elements: aerodynamics, propulsion, materials and structure, stability and control.
Ini tinggal lagi 5 minit maksudnya.
Okay. For aerodynamics is study to airflow in around the plane. So engineer can know how to shape the aeroplane. Okay. Propulsion is
propaganda.
Propulsion is about pushing or driving forward. It's about the driver that carry the aeroplane or aircraft. They pushing forward. They not reverse, but pushing forward.
It's just like a design an engine of aeroplane.
To moving forward.
Okay. Next, material and structure. Materials are what materials that we use to build the plane. Okay. Next is stability and control. Stability is to control the speed of plane, altitude, and the conduction of the plane.
Okay. Branches ni is about how to create an the plane aircraft or we need such is aviation. Aviation is about civils on employers and workers. In Japan, they build many plane that thing many things create, and they challenge each other to see which is better.
Which one's better?
Okay, and for aeronautical science, design and construction, they based on the weather in Japan, and weather in Japan is such cold, majority cold lah. Okay, and appropriate with Japanese people and suitable with Japanese people that want to affordable. Okay, and aerodynamics. Aerodynamics is based on air move around the plane or aircraft. In Japan, the wind is not it is slow and fast. Then Japanese create the aircraft based on the wind move. Okay, others like that shape of plane aircraft and the back of aircraft which is suitable for people to make toilet, make for place to place their bag. Okay.
For the aeronautical engineering theory, aerospace engineering is a primary field of engineering concerned with the development of aircraft and spacecraft. It has two major and overlapping branches. The first one is aeronautical engineering and astronautical engineering. Avionics engineering is similar but deals with the electronics side of aerospace engineering. For the aircraft navigation, is the art of science of getting from a departure point to a destination in the last possible time without losing their way. If you the pilot, you must know this following. First, the start point, the point of departure, then the end point, the final destination. The direction of travel, distance of travel, characteristic of type of aircraft being flown, aircraft using speed, aircraft fuel capacity, and aircraft weight and balance information. Okay, this is Takuyaka Onishi. Takuya Onishi. Takuya Onishi is first astronaut in Japanese. He was selected in 2009. He spent 4 months on board the International Space Station in 2016. His name is Takuya Onishi, born in 22nd December 1975. His age is 42. Live in Japan. Yes. The other occupation is pilot. So in 1994, his achievement, he graduated from Siko Gakuin High School in Yokohama. Then in 1998, received a bachelor Bachelor of Engineering degree Aeronautical and Space Engineering from University of Tokyo. In 2003, he promoted to co-pilot of Boeing 767 airplane. He was selected by the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency as the Japanese astronaut candidate for the International Space Station. And then he attended the ISS Astronaut Basic Training Diagnostic Program at Tsukuba Space Center in Japan. NASA announced that the world serve
The word.
he would serve as an astronaut aboard the Aquarius underwater laboratory. At the last, he was expect to spend 4 months at the ISS.
Yeah, that's what
Okay, for the advantage and the disadvantage of aircraft is first, aircraft is high speed. The aircraft system is very benefits us in their speed by if we travel through aeroplanes, we only takes a few minutes or hours to go somewhere. Like when you are from Kuala Lumpur and you want to go to Kelantan, by aeroplane you only takes for 45 minutes, about 45 minutes to 1 hour to go there. Then by cars it take about 8 hours. Then strategic importance and airways have great strategic importance. It can be used for internal and external security. Then free from physical barriers. Air transport is free from physical barriers like river, mountains, and the lake. Like when you travel through airways, there is no barriers. Then you use cars or something or vehicles on the road. You have to go through the rivers and traffic jams. Then useful for agriculture. Okay, then for the disadvantage, aircraft usually high in cost. So sometimes aircraft or aeronautical system is high in cost when you want to travel using airplane as such. It need a very expensive. It need there's a lot of money to go for the travel or trips using the airplanes. Then more risk. When you air transport is prone to accidents like Malaysia. When there is a small mistake, it can be very dangerous for passengers. Like when there is bad weather, yes, you can't travel. Your travels may be delayed or postponed. Then hijacking of planes also possible. Like then huge investment for creating aviation facilities. Huge investments are required. The cost of aeroplanes, construction and maintenance of aerodromes and control mechanism needs a capital expenditure. Yes, when you want to build when you want to build the airports or something, the equipments of when you want to build
Zaril.
the equipment of
Times up.
Finish yourself.
yes, it takes a lot of money to create that. Okay. Next, the comparative between Japan and Malaysia. Firstly, history of establishment. Japan Airlines is in 1 August 1951, and Malaysia, the first Malaysia Airlines, which is Malayan Airways Limited, is 1 May 1947. As we can see, this stated Malaysia is the history of establishment. Malaysia early than Japan, but as you for your information, Japan has used the aeronautic system before Malaysia, but before Malaysia, which is in World War One. War One. Then the achievement, their achievement, Japan Airlines has been the 6th largest airlines in the world. But then Malaysia has been for Malaysia Airlines has been the top world 5-star airlines and world best safety record, which is because just 2 fatal accidents in 60 years operation, which is point 357 and
370 and MH17.
yes. Then the manufacturing of Japan is a series of rockets, but Malaysia has not yet developed any system, anything about aeronautics.
For the conclusion, we can see that Japanese people give more advance on manufacturing technology, and they're always creating and finding new ideas to improve their technologies. Their objective is to make better transportation for people in Japanese and make assets to help other countries in need. They high up of knowledgement, and this pain had taught them to develop something better than other countries. They also sell to other countries that is modern. Okay, that's our comments. Arigatou gozaimasu.
I can allow one question. One question, can I?
ISS.
Go ahead, ask. Anybody want to ask? Yes.
Bahagian aero ni, adakah dia yang kedua? Macam pertama kan kereta api, kan? Cuba kan? Ada yang kedua.
It based on coming years. Nowadays many modern technologies have created. In Japan, nowadays have many aeroplane, submarine, then train, many. But maybe this is first. And second. First for this year.
Okay. Since we don't have time, let me give you some comments. Why are you doing this? Why are you choosing aeronautics?
Because many not know about the Japanese aerospace.
Okay, I got it. You tell us that you want to share the information about Japanese space, like say not aeronautics because I'm a bit confused. You are mixing between the commercial aircraft and the one that is for the research purpose, such as the astronaut, the space research. So I don't know which one are you focusing on. Why I'm saying that, because at the end you are giving the comparison of Japan Airlines, which is a commercial flights, with Malaysia Airlines. But in your explanation, in your study finding, we are talking about aeronautical engineering, aeronautical science, and another one, what was it? Aerodynamics, is it? We're talking about that. So I don't see the connection. Yes, please.
The aerospace, yes, aeronautics and aerospace is something. It's two different things.
Yes.
Yes, aeronautics, as my friends have explained, aerodynamics, aeronautical engineering, and something like that. They are both used in aeronautic and aerospace.
Okay.
So,
Why your comparison only focus on the commercial airlines?
So, do you mean by we have to?
No, it's not that you have to. That what make me confused. Your focus on which one? Okay. So it's just make me confused. Where is your focus? And you even pick up a guy, who is it? Osaka, what was his name? Takuya Onishi, okay? You're picking up Onishi Takuya. Is it Onishi Takuya, right? As the astronaut will be going to be chosen by the NASA as well, working together with the NASA. So there's so many information, like here one, this one, this one, this one. I don't know. Yeah, it is, yes, aeronautics, and it's very confusing. But overall, I do give credits to your hard work. Considering that you are a social science student, and yet cracking your brain to understand all these engineering things. Well done on that. Thank you.